We have a fairly interesting comparison today. This is Lionel Beyeke and Roelly Winklaar at the 2013 Chicago Pro, or also known as the Wings of Strength. Wings of Strength. What a funny name. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's not funny is the fact that Lionel Beyeke time and time again loses to all of these bodybuilders that, well, he is structurally superior to them. And it is plain to see by this front relaxed position, actually. Roelly Winklaar not even flexing. If you look at his face there, it looks like he's stoned. He looks like he is seeing visions. If you don't think he can see visions, you know where he's from. The Caribbean islands. They got some serious weed, man. You're definitely going to see some visions smoking that stuff, and it looks like Roelly is on it, and look at his face. He looks like he is just completely blitzed. But anyway, this is always the story. Lionel Beyeke dominates in the front relaxed position. But as you get into the poses, you can plainly see that he lacks pop, wow, sizzle in those arms. His biceps, they lack a little bit of a peak. You know what I mean? And the forearms as well. A little bit of a weak point. It's like a Kai Green versus Phil Heath. I mean, yes, Kai was winning in the front double by certain aspects, but when you individualize the arms themselves, it looks like a win for Roelly Winklaar. But guys, look at the legs of Lionel Beyeke. Not to mention the waistline, the waist to lag ratio, just stuff of legends. So I could see some real aesthetic buffs giving this one to Lionel. Let's go through the poses, ladies and gentlemen, and I will give you my opinion on whether Lionel deserved the win here. He placed second, of course. Where's my head? I forgot to mention that. And of course, Roelly Winklaar won this event. So it is a close one by the judges, of course. A little uneven is the lat spread of Lionel Beyeke, but other than that, it is supreme. I like a tall lat spread, and small waist, big legs makes for a excellent X-frame. Much better of an X-frame than Roelly Winklaar, but if you take a close look, Roelly may be winning in the conditioning. A little harder, a little crisper. Anyway, it is a fairly close matchup, guys. It's not the rip-off like a lot of people may have thought. Side development. And you can see, yes, Lionel, much larger, much taller, but again, individualize the muscles there, the arms, the legs. Roelly is a horse, winning in the calves as well. Do you see that? Marx Max Muscle always pays attention to the calves. Definitely a little bit of a harder quality, I guess. But the glutes here, even from the side, a weak point for Lionel Beyeke. But here it appears that he is in good condition, and I can't wait to see the back poses, because that will make or break this. Unfortunately, there is no hit-to-spec side triceps by either gentleman, and I like to call this the hoo-ha position, the hoo-ha pose. And if you didn't know that, well, write it down, because it will be a thing someday once Marx Max Muscle gains some steam. And don't worry, guys, I won't let it go to my head. This is a definite win for Roelly Winklaar. I mean, I give him a loss sometimes in the up against hit-to-spec side tricep, but against another man hitting the hoo-ha, Roelly Winklaar may have the best hoo-ha. I know that sounds dirty, but if I said he had the biggest hoo-ha, then it would sound worse. But anyway, it's the best hoo-ha. Let's go to the back poses. And there's a superiority of both gentlemen. I mean, yes, Lionel, he's taller, he's probably wider. I like the flare of his lats. Looks good. And that little tiny waistline, much smaller than Roelly's, even from the back poses. But Roelly has a hard crispness. And, well, I don't know if he is winning in the glutes. He's got a bigger set of glutes. I don't know if it's any harder or more conditioned. Winning in the calves is Roelly, and the hamstring development, tighter hamstrings, guys. So he is, in fact, in better condition. So there's your answer, guys. From the front relaxed position, everybody always says Lionel was ripped. Here's the front or the rear double by. Everybody always says Lionel got ripped off. Not necessarily. Look at the back poses, guys, before you make that decision. And this is a weak pose for Roelly Winklaar as far as the 2 back shots, I guess. Looks pretty good here, though, I have to say. You can actually see some lower lat insertions. Nice insertions for Lionel Beyeke, for sure. The delts look better for Roelly. A little bit flat on the delts for Lionel Beyeke, but his back itself looks harder and crisper this time, which is a little bit of a difference, I guess. But again, guys, look at the hamstrings. And even in the glutes. Roelly Winklaar, a little tighter, a little loose in the hamstrings for Lionel Beyeke. With all due respect, guys, I'm a huge fan of Lionel Beyeke. Ab and thigh position, and this is just as vexing as the hoo-ha position. Guys don't hit a 2-arm overhead shot. And Lionel actually looks good in the both-arm overhead shot. I thought this would have been a nice little showdown. But this is the only one I could find of Lionel Beyeke. A little bit soft, a little bit loose, I have to say, when compared to Roelly Winklaar. Roelly did have a hit-to-spec one, and it was fantastic. But this was enough, I think, to defeat the big French man, Lionel Beyeke. Anyway, final pose position, and I have already pretty much made my decision by now. And this is a pick'em, whether you prefer the hands clasped or the crab. And Roelly Winklaar, he likes to hold in this position. He's about to strike the pose, and it looks good. His traps are a little uneven, though, I will say. I think it was just the timing, things of that nature. But he does look more conditioned. Let's make this fair and finish off with a crab pose for each gentleman. And yes, look at the deep tissue conditioning of the upper body of Roelly Winklaar. Now, I say upper body because Lionel Beyeke had that feathering in his quads through the whole matchup. And guys, he definitely has that genetically. And people say, oh, well, it's not genetics. Yes, it is. Because Lionel Beyeke is definitely not the hardest, crispest person as far as conditioning is concerned. And he still has that. A la Flex Wheeler. Same thing. He wasn't the driest, and he still had it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is plain to see. I mean, yes, from that first shot, Roelly Winklaar was getting a political edge for sure if you told people that he was winning this match. But right here in the final shot, you can see in that Christmas tree area, he is drier. He is more conditioned, not to mention the hamstrings, not necessarily the glutes. Never the strongest part for Roelly Winklaar, but still maybe even a little drier in that area, that aspect. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I agree with the judges. Roelly Winklaar did pull off the victory here at the 2013 Chicago Pro, or also known as the Wings of Strength. It is a cool name, though. I made fun of it at first. I like that, though. The Wings of Strength. Do like a lat pose. That's your Wings of Strength. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this quick video. Well, I guess it was more than quick. 8 minutes. We're almost on to 9, so I better wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram. Have a great day.